Hello, in this video we're looking at mixed conditionals. We'd already looked at in earlier videos at I'll go if you go, and I would go if you went, and I'd have gone if you had gone. But now we have some new variations, instructions and descriptions, and some mixing of different time frames. Hope you enjoy it. We're looking at mixed conditionals, and before we do that, let's just go back and look at the three, here they are, that we looked at before in three other videos. First of all, I'll go if you go, which is future possibility. I'll just write possible there, it's a real possibility. And then I would go if you went, which is imaginary. I'll write imaginary. And then finally, I'd have gone if you had gone, which is the impossible one, set in the past, but it's impossible because it didn't happen. Now I want to look at some variations. I've got three I want to look at on the left. First of all, instructions. I'll write instructions there. And this is where we use the if followed by a present tense and an imperative. I'd just like to grab one and pull it in. There it is. Yeah, that's it. If it boils, turn the gas down. Or if he calls, let me know. Or the other way round, tell me if you don't feel well. Right, let's move on to the next one now. And the next one are common events in present time. And once again, I'll grab one and drag it in. There we go. If you're tired, you need to rest. Or another one, if it rains, we stay at home. Or scientific one, which it's often used for, if you heat water at sea level, it boils at 100 degrees centigrade. Or if you like, if you heat water at 350 meters above sea level, it boils at 99 degrees centigrade. I think that's right. And now the last one, I'll just write present perfect there. We introduce the present perfect. And once again, I will grab a sentence and drag it in. If you have finished, which seems to be past to present, I'll look at your work. And of course, we could also do that as an instruction. So I'll drag in another option there. If you have finished, hand in your paper. Let's move on. I've got three more ways of mixing up conditionals. First of all, imaginary. I'll just write again there. And I'll drag in two more sentences from the right. Here we go. I would go if you should go, or I would go if you were to go. Two more formal ways of expressing imaginary conditionals. Now the next one, common events. I'll just write common events, but this time in the past. And here's an example, which I'll drag in. Get it in the right place, that's it, okay. If it was fine, we usually had lunch out. Or another one, we wore overcoats if it was cold. Or we used to take them in by car if they were late. And finally, the last group I want to put up is the when we get a time shift from past to present. That's when the sentence starts in the past and changes to the present. I'll just drag in an example here. Let's get it in the right place. Yes, that's okay. Good. If I had worked harder then, I would be okay now. If you had saved your money, you would be able to buy a new laptop now. Now, just to finish, let's have a look at what Polly thinks about all this. Here she is. And what's she got to say? She's got to say, well, perfect, if only. I've given three basic ways of using conditionals, possible, imaginary, and impossible, and I've given half a dozen variations. But the truth is that the way we use conditionals depends on meaning more than grammar, and any combination of tenses is all right if it makes good sense. Now I'd like to move on to a little test. So first of all, I'll say goodbye to Polly. Then I'll erase all of this. Get rid of all that up the top there. And I'll just put test at the top here. And now I'm going to write 2 sentences. I'm going to give you 5 options. Here they are. Give is the first one. Will give. Won't be. And wouldn't be. And wouldn't have been. Those are the 5 options, and I'm going to give you 2 sentences. Here's the first one. You can see both of them actually. One's in grey. If you don't feel well, me a call. Make your choice. Choose one of the options. Whoops, sorry, no, that was the wrong one. Click here to try again. Yes, well done. That's right. I'll just write in the answer. Give. And here's the next one. If you had been more careful, you in hospital now. Think about that. Make your choice. Select one of the 5. Whoops, no, sorry, no, that wasn't right. Click here to have another go. Yes, well done. I'll just write the answer in there. Wouldn't be in hospital. Now I'm going to have 3 sentences, and I'm going to write up 6 options that you have to choose from. Here I go. First of all, decide, finish, and made, and then underneath will decide, have finished, and had made. That's it. And here's the first sentence. Well, there are the 3 sentences. The first one clear. You can go home now if you... Think about that. Make a choice from the 6. Oops, sorry, no, that wasn't right. Try again. Click here to try again. Yes, well done. I'll just write the answer in there. Have finished. And here's the next one. Let me know if you to go to the concert. Think about that. Make a choice. Oh no, sorry, that wasn't the right one. Click here to have another go. Yes, well done. I'll just write the answer in. Decide. And the last one, there it is. You would still have the job if you... More of an effort, but you didn't. Don't forget the last bit, but you didn't. Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't right. You'll have to click here to have another go. Yes, well done. That's the right answer. I'll write it in there. Had made, and you have finished. But before you go, just listen to this. Now that you've finished the test, ask yourself this question. How many did I get right first time? You can watch again, now or later. You can take the test again, now or later. Or, if you're ready, you can try something different. And whatever you choose to do, keep a record. It really does make a difference. That's all. Bye for now.